Well, hello viewers, welcome once again to my channel. This is the Woke Africa show, and this show is all about keeping the conversation going. It's all about talking about the key things that are important to us as Africans and Black people all over the world. African Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, all people of African descent in the diaspora, unmixed, all of us. There are key things that are important to us that we must discuss. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about our children, the kind of narrative that they hear from children until they grow into adults that make decisions based on what they think is right and wrong. When you switch on your TV channels and your children are watching, cartoons and having kids time, what kind of cartoons are they watching? Are they watching cartoons that, full of people with one race who are lighter than her, or let's say white people? I don't hate white people, okay? I do not hate white people. I love all people. So this channel is not about preaching hatred for any other race. This channel is about telling the African that you are more than the narrative, make you feel that you are. That there is a sense of awakenness that must rise up within you. So this channel is pro-African culture and people of African descent, African Americans, Black people in the diaspora, but it's not against any other race. But it looks like when our children are watching TV, they're watching the Captain Planets and they're watching Avengers and they're watching all these children cartoons. Is there enough representation of who we are in these cartoons, in these animations? Is there enough representation of what the ancestry of Black people, the kind of power we carry within us, the kind of successes that we have, the kind of contributions that Black people have made towards the development of the global infrastructure, technology, medicine, space exploration? Do we have that representation on TV? Do we control that narrative? To a larger extent, we don't. And, as we are talking about awakening of Africa, the African continent and the African, it starts from our children. It starts from our children. Everything we've been taught. When the xenophobic attacks were happening in South Africa, I heard a lot of Africans talking about the fact that it is self-hatred. But where is this self-hatred taught? Self-hatred starts from kids asking, their parents, questions about why am I dark? And it happens that, when you have a child and she goes to school and probably the teacher is being kinder to the lighter skinned children, then they'll come back to you and tell you they want to look lighter. It's because everything they see from childhood is telling them that they're not good enough. But you know what? It's time to change that narrative. Tyler Perry, if you listen to me, I am somewhere in Africa and I'm telling you that your studio, it gives hopes to all of us, even here in Africa, because we know that we would have the opportunity to tell our stories, to tell our children's children who their African ancestry is. There is so much stories in Africa you don't even know. Film producers, writers in the African diasporan community come to Africa Listen to some of the stories, because there is evidence enough to back these true stories, and the heroine, heroes that we've had, and the aspirations that they fought for. Like I'm even lost for words. We've got the Jews. We have the stories. They came to Africa. They heard about Anansi's stories, the stories of the wise spider, Kweku Anansi, and then they went to make Spider-Man. We have the stories. Come and investigate. Come and do your research. Find out, what are how strong and fierce and courageous and bold our ancestors were, and then tell the stories to our children. We must start changing the narrative of inferiority. We must start revealing the truth about ourselves. We must start telling the stories of ancient Egypt, about the Nubian people, in our own way. We must start controlling the narrative of the future of this continent. We must change the notion of a disease-ridden continent that most of them refer to as a country. Well, think about it. How about we unite and become a country? See how powerful we will be on the world stage, on the world economic stage. How much negotiating power that we can have if we stick together and become one and unite. And it all boils down to giving a sense of pride to the future leaders. So we must start, television stations across Africa, like media moguls across Africa. You need to create content that our children can identify with, that can give them a sense of pride. And that means that we can have animations about our stories. We can have animations that they can relate to. We can refer to parts in Africa that they've heard about. Kings and queens, soldiers who fought to defend, the nations. So, Black people in the diaspora, African Americans, we have to be partners in this change that we want. So, this channel is called the WakeUpAfrika channel because that is the only option we have. Like, we have to wake up, and this is the WakeUpAfrika series. So, share it, let a brother or a sister hear it, and let's do something. We have to act. We talk about that we are fighting a war with an invisible hand, but the most important thing is we need to liberate ourselves from the mind. We have to liberate ourselves from the mind, and that means that we have to deconscientize ourselves of the fact that we are inferior and the white man is superior to us, by changing the narrative of the stories we tell our children and ourselves. So if you've loved this episode and you want someone who can make change to hear this, then share with them. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber, and put your comments in the comment section, and let us have this conversation. Let's keep this conversation going. I love you, and I pray for all African people of African descent across the globe, Africans in the diaspora, African Americans, European Africans. I pray for all of you, sons and daughters of Mother Africa, and I pray that the spirit of awakening will touch all of us, and we would start taking steps to liberate and develop our continent and make it a formidable team. Thank you so much, and stay tuned. More great videos is coming your way. Subscribe and share. Help me get to 100 subscribers, because the more subscribers we have, the more conversation we have, and the more conversation we have, the more realization that comes to us. Love you. Stay blessed till I come to you next time. Cheers.